Welcome back everyone. Today we're going to make a video on how to download and install the newest Giants editor, and since the patch came out 1.3 for Farming Simulator, hopefully it should work for the maps now. As if you've seen a previous video, you've seen this, but then you didn't get to see the map stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and type into Google GDN Giants Editor, click that, and then come click on the one that pops up here that says gdn.giants-software.com. Go ahead and open that, and it'll come to this page here. And if you're new and you haven't already made a registration for it, you need to register here. Click that. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to tell you about it. You're going to put your name, your username, your full name, your address, the email address, and then confirm that same email address. Make sure it's an email address that you actually can get in, because you might need it. So connect it to this so that you'll be able to get the password reset if you lose the password that they give you. You can hit the newsletter if you want. If you do, just check the box. If not, don't. Hit register. Then it's going to give you a password. You need to write it down exactly as it is. If it's a capital, put a capital letter. If it's a lowercase letter, put a lowercase letter. And then you're just going to come over here, type in your email address, type in your password, and then go ahead and log in. Once it does, it's going to pop up downloads in between videos and search, and that's where you're going to go. So I'm done with this page. I'm going to jump over to where I already have it signed in. And now we can see that we have downloads. So you would click downloads, then you come down to Farming Simulator 25 Giants Editor version 10.03. We're going to go ahead and click it and download it because I have not done so yet. So this is all in real time. So we'll see what they have done and if it works for putting a mod map of the main game map in the Giants Editor now. So my name's Jewel. Appreciate everybody. We're going to be doing map making tutorials on the channel. We've already done 19 and 22 tutorials, so go back in the playlist and look for those if you want those. But a lot of it can apply to this, but we're going to do a refresher on some of it, and then we're going to move into whatever new things they have. So there's a lot of new things and some really nice things, so I'm going to be showing some of that. We're trying to get moving so we can maybe make a map. I might make a standard size map. I'm thinking about it. Nothing. I'm not promising anything. I'm just going to work on it and show y'all things on it, tutorials, and as we go, if I finish it, we'll have it. But I'm gonna try to move a little faster with this one if I can, time permitting, so I can finish it, because I'm gonna make it a standard and not a 4x. But we'll see what happens. Mostly I was using the other one for tutorials for the Farming Simulator 22. I wasn't necessarily in any rush. I'm still going to finish that map. I'm actually probably going to do a little here and there off screen, or I'm not sure, or I may just do a big time lapse of doing some work on it, speed it up a little. But we're not finished with it, so we're still working on that one. That one's called Jules Peaceful Valley. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this one, whether it's going to be real world stuff like a specific place, or if I'm going to make something up, or if I just make it Jules Peaceful Valley, because we never did, send one out. So we may do that. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But hopefully this hurries up. It's almost through. Then we're going to get it going and show you how to install it. Now it will go black for a second whenever I do click on it, when I double click on it and set it up. So when it goes black, it's not me, it's just protecting my screen while I hit OK or yes, let it make changes. So when you see a black screen, it's just asking me, do I want to let it make changes on this computer, and I'm clicking yes. So we're almost there. We're going to go to downloads. You could click it up here. Yours might have had to, you might have had to say click yes or save or something to get your download. Mine didn't. It just automatically downloads. So it depends on how your computer is, what you had to do. You're going to come to downloads, and you can see it's here, and I'm going to double click it. It's going to pop this up. I'm going to hit yes, let it make changes. Now you can see, and you need to check accept, but you can either read it or not read it. Most people don't read it, but it's there for you to read because you're actually agreeing to it. So we're going to hit next. Then this time it's in C drive right now, and I don't want it to go to C because it's not much space there. But if you're okay with whatever drive pops up there, just leave it and go next. But I need it to go to D drive, so I'm going to roll down to D drive here and then click OK. So whatever drive you want to put it on that you know you have space on and you want it on there, put it on that one. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead, then it says pops it in there for you. It's going to put it in the D folder in a Giants Editor folder, and that is good. And I'm going to hit next. Then it's going to create, it says shortcut. So if we want, it says setup will create the program shortcuts in the following start menu. So this is the start menu, and I'm okay with a start menu that says that. So I'm going to leave that alone. And then we'll create the desktop shortcut. If you don't want to, don't check it. Alright, now it's going to do it. It's going to get it going. It's almost done, and it's finished. Now the view readme is where it tells you what it's updated so far since it's been made, Giants Editor, and then only on this version. And then run it application is where it just opens up the Giants Editor immediately. And I'm going to leave both of those. You can uncheck them if you don't want it to open right now or read that. It's up to you. I'm going to hit finish. I'm not going to click on anything in here. I'm going to click out of it because I think it might replace it if I click on it, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to just click out of it. And it's going to open up. And once it's open and finished, it's not finished because you can see it's not showing that. Well, there it goes. There it goes. So now we can click out of there. We're going to click on this little README tab. And this is just telling you what they fixed. Okay, so they updated compatibility with Farming Simulator 25 patch 1.3. That's what I was telling you about. It came out. Fixed various issues with it. Looks like they made a mistake. Should have said which. Included Lua scripts. So that's what they did. They fixed issues. So hopefully now that will appear the way it should. So we can X this out. We can maximize this. We're gonna come in here and go to File, and we're gonna come down to New Mod from Game, and hopefully give it a second. Let it load. Got a little bit of stuff open, so it'll take a second. All right, this is showing the tractors, and then we're gonna go over here to map items, and then we should have 3. Now we do. It didn't have this before. Now we do. And it just tells us which ones: mod map AS, mod map EU, mod map US. So we're going to click US, and we're going to click OK, and it's going to pop this up. Now if you already know your map's name that you're going to make your map into, because you're making a sample mod map right now, click at the end of this, highlight just up to the /, and write whatever name you want to call your map. Okay, so whatever that is. I'm just going to write test 25. That way I know it's new. And then this folder is not on. It is now, but it wouldn't be on your desk yet if you hadn't made one that said that. So it's automatically going to make this folder in the C drive, documents, whatever, or whatever you put yours to. And you could put it wherever you want, make the folder wherever you want, but I usually just let them make it, so I have a little folder there. It doesn't matter to me. And so we're going to hit OK, and let it do its thing, and then we're going to save it, and then we're going to go show you where it went, so that you'll be able to get started doing work on your maps. But I'm glad they fixed it. I'm hoping a map pops up. I've been waiting to see it in the Giants Editor, and that's going to be nice. And now you can also make you a blank one from that map, and just make sure you make you a copy of the one you're making. So make a backup copy of this one and put it in a different folder, a different area, so you know that you can have a backup. Title it backup. So it's going to take a second. We're going to let it do its thing. It's going to be nice. I think hopefully everything starts working good. Hopefully they get their little bugs fixed as it goes. I'm sure there's more. Yeah, I'm sure we'll find more, but once they square it away, hopefully it'll work well. Hopefully it's nothing major. If it is little bugs, hopefully it's simple stuff, you know. Takes a minute. I had a lot of stuff open, so. But I appreciate everybody staying tuned. We're definitely going to be enjoying this. I'm liking Farming Sim 25 now. We may, it ain't no telling what we're going to get into on Farming Sim 25. There's a lot of stuff we can do. Pretty good game. If you're new to this and you just found this video and you don't know anything about none of it, you need to get the Giants Editor and the Farming Simulator 25 game, and you can work in the Giants Editor to make maps, to do mods for the vehicles, like changing vehicle stuff, and you can do a lot. And then you can put that in the game and play it. So, should be getting going pretty quick here. Must have been a big one. Big ol' update. But it's going, so we'll be there in a minute. There we go. Alright, as soon as that's done, we can get moving. Alright, you can see it popped up all this stuff down here. This is the console where it tells you if there's issues or things. So right now it looks okay. Let's back out so we can see it a little bit better. So there's the map. This should be Riverbend, I would assume. But yeah, looks like it, I would assume. Maybe. Yeah. Alright, so we got the little boat thing. Don't look like the building. So basically it's just showing, because most of that's XML work. So you can see most of it's XML. Unless we go way over here. So a lot of it's just XML work. But as you can see, look, it's just everything. So, I'm not sure where the main farm is, which direction. It might be off over that way somewhere. But, we're going to go ahead and hit save, file. Well, we're not going to do it that way. We're just going to hit save. We're going to save it. Let's go put it in that folder. Then we're going to go put it in the mods folder. Because that's the best place, in my opinion, to put it when you're working on it. But that's up to everybody. Depends on how much you're playing the game, though, really, honestly. Because, you know, you could have issues if you're trying to work on something and playing the game a lot. Because it's going to be in the mods folder. Alright, so we did that. Now we're going to close it out, even though we popped in here. But before I close it out, I'm going to give you a quick rundown. If you need to get some windows up, you got the scene graph here. You need to click on window. You can come down and you can click attributes. Once you click attributes, it's over here. If you click on something, then it pops up the information to that object. And then you can get to user attributes from here now. They changed it. I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather had it as a separate tab. I don't know why they changed it and put it in here and then you click. I'd rather have another tab open down here. I don't know. I'm going to grab it and drag it and see if it'll let me. No. I was hoping it would let me break it free from here and put it like it used to be, but they didn't. Unless there's another way to do it, which I haven't tried yet, so I don't know. But anyway, they got different tabs that you can look through to get the information. And then there's the regular stuff we normally look at. It just looks a little different. They changed the color a little bit, but basically the same. So what we're going to do is you can click on window and you can go get like terrain editing. And then once you click that, you have to click one of these because they've made them into a bundle there to where it's tabs instead of just one. They got a bunch of tabs. So now instead of rolling down a big list like we were doing, they got it. You go to textures, you do them. Then you go to foliage, then you do them. Info, do that, mesh, so on. So they pretty well made it where this here connects to that half of whatever that object, that information is, like textures. They pretty much just had this duplicated throughout the whole thing. Instead of just having one of these and then you roll down to all the rest, they put tabs that had this in each one, which I like it the other way, but that's okay. Whatever. They're trying to improve, whatever. Then you can see, of course, up here each one is the same on these. So you can also get the other window. Let's see, where's that? Material editing. I usually have these open, so those are the main ones I keep open. You can also grab this and drag that down out the way a little bit. Or you can close it all together by hitting X and canceling it out. Same with these. You can click on the X and get rid of them. You can bring them back when you need them. But we're good there. We're going to go ahead and close. You can see it has all this stuff. You can see, you can click through, you know, all the different pieces to the map. But we're not going to do that right now. We're going to save that for later. We're going to go ahead and close it. We're going to say yeah again. It's not that big a deal. We didn't really change anything. And it's going to close. So now that that happened, we're going to go to Documents. We're going to see that there's now a folder called My FS25 Mods, which technically mine was already there because I did it on the other Giants editor, which, you know, yours might not be if this is your first time doing it. So now it's here. Double click it. Come in here, Test 25. Right click on it. Click Copy. And then go to Documents, My Games, double click, Farm Sim 25, double click, go to Mods, and double click, right click, and click Paste. Now this is in there. Now we can work on this from here in the Mods folder. You can see, go open it all up, double clicking all the way. They changed this part config to have these in here. They just named it that, basically. That's the XML. And then of course you got to add the other ones. They got the map US XML, then they got the sounds, they got the overview. It's just how they did it. And then you got your data, you got all these in here. And so it looks like you got masks, which they've done some more new stuff on them, which is going to be some more cool stuff that you can do with that. Let me back out. So basically you're going to double click this map US, and it's going to come here, and you can see it's already got the 10.0.3, so you can go ahead and hit OK. And that's where you open your map from when you want to work on it, and then save it, and then close it, and go back to there to work on it again in the mods folder. And then it's already in the mods folder for you to check it in the game, but you would also need to zip it up at times to make sure when you test in the game that like textures is there on the buildings and stuff. Because if you don't zip it up, you won't know if your textures are properly done. But anyway, now that's how you open it. Then you can get to work and just start going down, you know, each thing, whatever they have, and work on your map. But that's going to do it. I just wanted to show you how to get it in there. There is one more thing I forgot at the beginning, so we'll go ahead and do it now. If yours ain't in the right place, and you're like, it won't work, well, go to File, go to Preferences, click on there. That's the first thing you really should do. So this is the first thing you should do when you come into the Giants editor. Go to installation path, click on here, look at it, go over, make sure you read it. If it's in the right spot, leave it alone. Mine's in the right spot. Yours might not be. If yours is not in the right spot, wherever your 25 game is, Farm Sim 25, click on these three dots. Mine's in D drive. Steam Library, double click. Steam Apps, double click. Common, double click. Farm Sim 25, double click. Okay, so we're going to back out of that one, and we're just going to click once on. When we get to Farm Sim 25, just click once. Don't double click it to open it. Alright, so now it's showing Farm Sim 25 in this folder right here. So it's got the path. See that? D, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, and Farm Sim 25. You would select that folder. You'd click Select, and then you would click Apply down here, and then you could close it. Okay, so that right there, mine's already there. If yours ain't, that's how you get it. But if yours ain't there, it might be somewhere else. So it could be in C drive, Program Files 86, Common, Steam. Let's see. No, this one's different. Let me back out. Let me go down. Okay, so when you get to Program Files 86, you go straight to Steam. And then you go and look Steam Apps, then Common, and then whichever Farm and Sim you got in there. Now that's the only one I have on C drive. So if yours is on C drive, it'll be just like I just did. Now if you got the game on a disc, it could be some other path. But most likely, you know, most people have it on Steam or something like that. But just depends on where you have it. You gotta go to where you know it's at. Okay. So I'm gonna click cancel because it's already there for me. You can see it has all this information. You can change all this. You can add the text editor path like Notepad++. You can do all kind of paths. Whatever you need to do, customize yours. You got the viewport. There's a lot of information there. You can change the resolution, different things, the gizmo, all the stuff. You got scripting, you got shortcuts which tell you what the shortcut is for whatever you're doing. Like cut is Control X, copy is Control C, paste is Control V as in Victor, so on and so forth. Control B is usually what we use a lot. Uh, Control B is in boy, interactive placement, to grab a tree and just place it somewhere. And then duplicate is Control D, where you would duplicate a tree. So you just click on the object, hit Control D, and then hit Control B after you did that to click one of the trees away to leave the other tree behind. So that's what you do. You can close it after you're done. Apply after you've changed something though. Click apply and close and OK and whatever, and then click out. But that's going to do it. We pretty well showed everything that you got to do when you first start. You shouldn't have any problems after that. It should work. You can do the same thing for the mods. You just go under there, File, New Mod from Game, go to those vehicles that popped up at the beginning, and click on one of them, and make the mod the same way to put in a folder to go work on. But anyway, I'm going to call that an episode. I hope you enjoyed. This is the newest update for Giants Editor. It's 10.0.3. So I appreciate everybody. Go ahead and smash that like button. Stay tuned for map making and watch some of the gameplay I've been doing for Farming Simulator 25. And I will catch you on the next one.